And we're back. Dr. McCoy and I have been doing some Halloween shopping. If you saw our previous video, you know we have visited the Spirit Halloween stores. We actually stopped by 2 of those. Now we're going to go out and see some other stores. We're going to stop by Home Depot, Michael's, maybe a couple other places, maybe Lowe's. We'll see who has their Halloween stuff out. We'll see what they have. So stick around and we're going to see all of the great Halloween stuff that's starting to show up now in September of 2021. Our first stop is going to be Home Depot. I know that they have their stuff out because I was actually there a couple days ago to snag one of those 12-foot skeletons. Those sold out fast, so I had to move quickly. I grabbed that one while they were still setting up their display. It's now been a couple of days, so they should have the rest of the stuff set up, so I'm going to head over there and see what the rest of their supply looks like. And so, as soon as you walk in the door, you're greeted with all of the wonderful Halloween things, beginning with this graven bones sort of throne, shades of the Iron Throne, I would say, but a nice little creepy thing. Lots of little knickknacks, and then a wonderful section here, including this man-eating plant, sort of shades of Audrey 2 without actually being Audrey 2, a really nice man-eating plant prop, along with this witch in a rocking chair, which I also quite like. The man-eating plant, I think, is my favorite, but the old crone or witch in the rocking chair is quite nice. Then also some tombstones and scarecrows and pumpkins and things, and these little trick-or-treaters.
You look scary tonight.
And then right around the corner from those, we have another wonderful selection of animatronics, including this clown or jester sort of figure that I quite like. And then just around the corner from him, we have none other than Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King himself, along with Sally. And I quite like both of these animatronic figures, although I'm only going to play short little clips of each for copyright reasons. And here we have kind of a skeleton knight or crusader sort of figure. And then more animatronics gathered throughout this whole section, including this Dark Angel or Angel of Death. It's a really imposing figure at something like 8 feet tall and really is a nice prop. And then as we move on, we find a nice little collection of skeletons over here. Just around the corner we see one of those thrones actually set up so you can get a better idea of what it looks like actually in place. And then around the corner again, even more skeletons. I think I'm going to need to pick some of those up as good friends for Dr. McCoy. And then some skeleton animals, some assorted knickknacks, some of the things we already saw but in boxes, along with gargoyles and pumpkins and just all of the different kinds of Halloween things that we all know and love to see all over the place. Those are actually pretty nice carvable sorts of pumpkins. And then these little skeleton critters. Not the most realistic, but a lot of fun just to look at all of the different critters that they have. Then around the floor we have some more creepy pumpkins and some tombstones, some paveway markers, light up paveway markers, different hanging ghosts and ghouls and witches and all kinds of creepy minions that you might want to have around your house. There's some more tombstones. Over here we have a witch along with this bubbling witch's cauldron. That's actually a really nice prop, and I think a lot of people would benefit from having something like that in their display. Later on I'll actually be showing you how to home make one of those, but if you want to just buy it, Home Depot has you covered. They also have this sort of, I guess you would say, headless horseman. He's not actually on a horse, but he is a headless figure carrying a pumpkin head. Nice animatronic, really good props. Nice successful trip at Home Depot, along with the inflatables here on the top shelf. Well, Home Depot was a strong success. They have a lot of great stuff. As predicted, the 12-foot skeletons are gone. My favorites of the things that they did have, I think, were that 8-foot tall Dark Angel, which I liked. Fairly expensive, but very good. I also liked the man-eating, the carnivorous plant.
I considered getting one of those, but they were sold out, so maybe I'll go back and get one later. If they restock, maybe I won't. Time will tell, but it was a nice prop. I did pick up a few things. Got a couple of larger things in the trunk. I'll show those off later. I also picked up this little skeleton squirrel. I couldn't resist because I've had a problem with squirrels eating things out of my garden, so this little guy's a worthy addition to the collection. In any case, I finished up at Home Depot. I've now driven over to Lowe's. I don't know whether their stuff is out yet or not, but I'm going to run in and find out.
Now, Lowe's really starts us off with a bang. They know how to welcome people to their store with that wonderful 18-foot high inflatable Jack Skellington. That would be a great way to welcome people to your yard for trick-or-treat, and it was a great entry to the store. Here at Lowe's, they have a lot more of these little animated knickknacks, these little, I'm not sure what you call them, but light up things, little animations. A lot of stuff this year from Nightmare Before Christmas. They have this nice clock, a lot of Jack Skellingtons, a lot of Sallies. A good Nightmare Before Christmas theme. Last year they had a lot of the Universal monsters, so this year it's all Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm not sure how the licensing deals work out. That phone is a lot of fun that sort of picks itself off the hook. That's a fun little prop. This little candelabra, again, light up props, little knickknacks, bowls, that would make a good candy bowl for trick or treat, a little doorbell that snaps sort of like a bear trap on your finger. Lots of good things. They also have a huge selection of inflatables. You'll see more of those in a minute. This is a nice life-size dancing witch with a broom there. Lots of fun. Some big spiders, some more Jack Skellingtons. Lots of fun stuff here at Lowe's. I do love the life-size Pennywise. Of course, that's a great prop. And the life-size Freddy Krueger is excellent. And then down the other aisles, of course, any Halloween selection is going to have skeletons. We all need skeletons. They have some glow-in-the-dark skeletons here, which sacrifice some realism for whimsy, and I'm all in favor of that. Some more skeletal critters, some hanging props, some jack-o'-lanterns, lots of good, just assorted Halloween decorations, perfect for any home haunt or home Halloween display. I also quite like these little pumpkin-headed greeters. And then, of course, the big selection of all of their inflatables on top.
Well, as you saw, Lowe's also has a great lineup this year. I didn't actually get anything, which I feel kind of bad about, because I would have loved to have gotten a lot of those things, but the ones that were my favorites just weren't quite in my budget. My favorites, of course, the 18-foot high Jack Skellington inflatable is excellent. I also like the life-size Freddy Krueger. I just can't quite justify the price for those at the moment, so such is life, right? Now, as you probably hear in the background, it started to rain, but weather has never stopped me from Halloweening. I'm gonna head over to Michael's next and hope that they have some of their stuff out.
Now, though Michael's has a reputation for being one of the best stores for Halloween, they didn't yet have everything out at the time I went, but that's okay. They get it up a little bit later in the season. I do like all of those foam carvable pumpkins, and I had to pick some of those up. They make great permanent jack-o'-lanterns. And then lots of knick-knacky kinds of things that we all love to see from Michael's, from those busts or those ravens or crows, these signs, psychic fortunes, pick a poison, a lot of apothecary or witchcraft kinds of things. So if that's your aesthetic, Michael's is a wonderful shop for you. They also have some skeleton stuff, lots of skulls, skulls with dragons on them, skulls with birds on them. This sort of witchcraft hands holding a crystal ball kind of thing I like. A sign about counting crows. Lots of good stuff. I do like this little wooden coffin. It makes a nice box to keep whatever sort of knickknacks that you might want to store in it. I think I might actually like to make one of those of my own in my wood shop, so I didn't buy it, although I quite like it. I also quite like those stacks of books. Not real books, of course, but they would make great library decorations. Lots of throw pillows. If you're the kind of person that can't get enough of throw pillows, Michael's has a great selection of Halloween stuff for you. More skulls, a countdown clock. Very different from my own, which was a digital clock, but fun nonetheless. And then over here, we have some more of those pumpkin-headed sorts of greeters, similar to what we saw at Lowe's. We have more pillows. We have this trick-or-treat sign, which is kind of a neat little wood prop. Some more signs and wall decorations. Lots of good stuff at Michael's.
Well, that was pretty good at Michael's. It looks like they were still setting up, so there may be more later. Maybe I'll go back later on. But for now, they did have some good stuff. Lots of home decor kinds of things, and I got some of those carvable foam pumpkins, which I always like to have. So, a productive stop at Michael's. I think that's going to be it for me today. I'm getting a little bit tired. I need to go eat. I gotta put away the stuff that I just bought. So if any of you know of other stores that have good Halloween stuff, leave a note down in the comments. I'll pay attention to those, and it would be a good reference for other people to know which stores to visit. But for now, I'm going to sign off. So I will say, as always, take care and stay scared.